Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm MrRedClaw. Welcome back to some more World of Tanks, and to be more specific, the best of series, where I play my three kind of best favourite tanks of each nation. And today we are on the Chinese kind of tech tree, and as you can kind of see over here, most, apart from one, of the Chinese tanks that I have are premium. So I've basically decided to pick my top three favourites to play kind of continuously. So that's what we are going to be playing today, starting off with the 122 TM. It's a tank which I'm pretty sure I picked up for 100% discount. It was 100% free if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure. I only I think I actually picked up the skin for free as well. I'm not too sure actually about that, but I know that I definitely picked this tank up for free. Maybe I didn't pick up the skin, I can't remember really, but I'm using another kind of another skin anyway. So yes, here we are on the Ghost Town map, a very, very nice map on assault, so we do have to kind of go in a little bit, and sadly for us we are against tier 10, so we aren't going to be able to showcase the true kind of scale of what this tank can do in those lower tiered kind of battles, as you know, the armor goes a long way against, you know, the tier 6s, 7s, 8s, maybe even some tier 9s, but you know, against tier 10s, that's when they get a little bit too much penetration for you to handle. But hey, we'll still do what we can and hopefully put in a couple good shots with this fairly accurate gun. And I mean, maybe we'll see how the armor handles. Maybe it will be enough for some or most of the tanks that we meet, but I guess we'll see as the game goes on. Right now, I just want to kind of set up an ambush for someone. I'm doubting someone's going to come out from over here, but you never know. I just need to get some angles in on a couple of opponents. I don't think I have an angle on that Leopard. I'm pretty sure we are way too low to be able to do anything to him, but that Lorraine 40T is in a spot that if he goes out of the right window, we can shoot him over there, and we can just barely shoot that Leopard, I'm pretty sure. I think he's just a little too low, sadly for us. Yep, that would be the case. We are actually capping, which is fairly not good. I kind of want to actually, you know, get a full game's worth of stuff for this tank as we put in our first shot with this fairly good, it doesn't say what kind of a gun it is anymore, but yes, it's a fairly good gun. The only kind of weakness is its reload length, but other than that, it's just a really, really good gun with good alpha damage and good penetration. As we can see at alpha 400 and penetration, or as we can see from there on the AP rounds and on the heat rounds, it's 299, which is just quite, you know, OP. Or is it OP? It's not really, it's just really good for a tier 8. That's what I'm trying to say as I check if I'm recording, which would be a nightmare because I'm half asleep and I just want to get this video recorded. But as you can see, I guess I'll just stay out in the open for the Lorraine 40T. We actually bounced the first shot. The second shell, actually, the Lorraine misses as he tried going for my cupola, I'm pretty sure. And with the third shell, he actually went after the Panther 2 on my side over here. Now, can we take him out over here? Oh, no, we actually bounced him. That was a bad shot by me, but I wanted to kind of go out and take it as... I'm not really sure what to do. Let's go out and take this Type 71 out maybe. Oh, he's dead. Oh, I actually don't want to cap, but I think we are going to accidentally cap, which isn't good. We left, but I mean, it's a little bit too late. We might as well just go in and hopefully get one more shell off against this ISU. We fired, but I'm pretty sure I saw the shell explodes. That means I think we missed. But it kind of gives you a quick summary of the 122 TM. It does good alpha damage, but with its long reload, I don't have it focused on the reload because that's just, it's already so bad that you might as well just focus on something else. And I do focus on, as you can see, I've got a turbocharge events and vert stabs. Its reload, as you can see, it's like DPM, it's 1600, even less. So its DPM just doesn't allow it in those short engagements, as we just saw, to kind of go out and do loads of damage like you would maybe in a Progetto 46 or a Brask. You know, that kind of short engagements for those tanks. You know, those tanks just excel at in those sort of battles. But with the 122 TM, you need more of a long-winded battle to actually, you know, do some decent damage. And, you know, 1200 is just, you know, I aim for about 2000 from for my tier 8 vehicles, maybe a bit less for, you know, tier 7s and 6s. But, you know, 1200, I mean, it was a fairly short battle. We couldn't really go out anywhere without risking our tank away, which I normally do, which I kind of have tried to bring it back a little bit recently. And I'm not really sure why I'm using a fire extinguisher here. I think this is from the time where I actually, I didn't have a premium account yet. I just had premium tanks, so I just kind of had to min-max earning credits with those. But yes, we have to watch out for having a little bit less of everything because of that. Over there, okay, I'm looking at the tanks that we might see over here. I'm seeing a T30 might possibly be here, the 50 TP, the M2Y, the Juto, I'm pretty sure is a heavy tank as well. Let's just set up over here, hopefully getting a good shot into anyone who might be going over there. We have fairly good AP penetration, so we should be fine with getting kind of like the frontal side shot of any tank that should be going over here, as we have a Caliban and a Basante with us joining, with a pattern tank camping the back over there. I'm not really sure what he's doing. He definitely should be kind of up here, if not on the kind of 0 line. But okay, I guess to each their own. He really isn't going to do much back there. And with a tier 9 tank, you kind of want to kind of them to do stuff. So I'm just going to ping him once and just forget about it. If he moves, he moves. If he doesn't, he doesn't. As we are now playing, actually don't say what we are playing now. The WZ-121 FT. A tank destroyer, which is fairly similar to the SU. Oh, we are very lucky over there. APCR as well. Whew. Yeah, which is fairly kind of similar gameplay to the tier 7. I'm trying to think of the name, SU-122. I'm pretty sure that's a tank. It basically has fairly decent frontal armor, which is angled, which makes it more effective, in this case helping us bounce that APCR round from the T30. Decent gun with 440 alpha and fairly good penetration and fairly decent mobility to kind of finish off the package. It's a fairly okay tank, you know, nothing special. It's not a Scorpion G, it's not like I'm not really sure what else would there be. It's not an OP tank, it's just a decent tank, and if you know what you're doing, you can still make it work in those situations where you need to be a tank destroyer. But okay, it sometimes works as an assault tank destroyer, but mostly you just kind of want to keep it back, you know, behind, kind of sniping in a little bit, without risking too much. But against tier 7s, tier 6s, you can definitely be an assault tank destroyer. You just have to watch out for your lower plate, and other than that, you are fairly fine to go out and do stuff. as we are going to be facing a Hori 1 in a second, which is quite scary if he comes around the corner. Maybe he's scared to do so. I'm kind of waiting for him to actually do some damage this game. This definitely isn't turning out to be the best of video that was, what, 2 videos ago with the French, I'm pretty sure, that we did. We had basically brilliant games, you know, one by one. Luckily for us, we take the Hori's shot into the track, which means that we still have our 1,100 hit points. I'm going to risk getting shot by whoever's over there to go forwards and actually kind of secure our flank over here. Sadly for us, we get hit by the 50 TP and manage to miss a heat round. Luckily the next one goes in, as I am getting some weird ping. That must be server side, because that is some very suspicious ping, which I'm not liking. And oh, okay, that's basically us out of the game. Just what happens sometimes. And what I guess we can see, I haven't seen this before, but yes, we can see how the Progetto killed us, and it's probably just going to be the lower plate, which is a weakness from the front of this tank. And you just have to watch out. You know, if you secure the lower plate, the upper plate is definitely worth its weight in gold. It's, you know, against maybe if they fire a APCR or it's gold ammo, they are going to go through. But then, you know, what kind of armor keeps up against gold and other stuff like that? As I have to move my green screen a little bit over there. But yes, finishing off with a very short video. I guess we are going to see how this one turns out. But we are playing the 112, which is, I think, one of the first few premium tanks that I had, and it was, I'm pretty sure, my first like really good one, which I was there like, oh yes, this, I can actually do stuff with this tank. As well, it has everything basically. I've called this tank the Jack of all trades in a video, and I'm more than call it a master of none, because it definitely has its kind of pros with not too many cons. As you can see, it's fairly fast, 45 forwards. Don't have a turbo on this because I don't really need one, but you know, 49 going forwards would also be nice. As you can see, keeping up the BZ-166 even when they're using the flame kind of consumable that they have. Armor wise, the lower plate is actually fairly good along with the upper plate, and the turret is good as well. The only kind of bad thing is the gun, and it's not even like the DPM. It's fairly good DPM wise, but it's kind of mostly penetration wise, but it's still a lot better than it used to be, because I used to have, I'm pretty sure, 175 or 171 millimeters of penetration on the standard rounds. Now I'm pretty sure it has 196 if I'm not mistaken, so a lot better with 250 on the heat rounds, which do well against tier 8s, some tier 9s, you know, that kind of struggles against tier 10s, but you know, it's kind of like a tier 8, or it's not even a tier 8, it's kind of meant to be like a tier 7.5 tank, because, you know, back in the day, I'm pretty sure this tank had kind of like tier 7 matchmaking, if I'm not mistaken. It might not be, it might have just been the KV5 and other stuff like that, but yes, this tank isn't meant to face tier 10s and do well at. It's just meant to, whoop, that was a surprise damage shot. I just wanted to track the guy over there, but yes. It's still a very good tank, nonetheless, and, you know, against the OP tier 8s, premiums, you know, the BZ-176, I'm not sure what else, you know, 703-2, it is going to struggle. You are going to get frustrated, but against tier 6s, it's just a walk in the park, especially with its speed, you know, can actually keep up with some mediums and all of that stuff. It's a very, very nice tank to play, as Well, its accuracy isn't that good as well. But yes, other than that, it is a fairly fun tank to play, as hopefully this game turns into something more than trying to get the side of the M4Ys and the M3Ys. Is it over there? Yes, there's two. Okay, the premium and the non. A very bad thing that they did on this map is they removed the kind of passing you could make, as we have to just advance at this point now. We might get hit by the T-44 over there. No, okay, we actually are in a very good spot now. I'm pretty sure back in the day you could kind of cross at this kind of point over there. You couldn't drown, you had to watch out where you are crossing, but at least it gave you options to kind of go out and, you know, not just be locked down in. Well, I'm not really sure why he's looking at me. Those guys could kind of come out and help if they would want to, as, you know, I have the full focus of the enemy tanks now. So yes, basically back in the day you could do more, and instead of, you know, just being locked down in kind of boring combat, you know, shooting from one side of the city to the other, you could actually go out and, you know, flank the enemies, which is a wild concept, I know, wargaming, but yes, back in the day you could do that. Now you really can't, and I'm not really sure why all of the tank destroyers, heavy tanks of the enemy team are kind of camping at the back over here, but at least it's going to showcase the kind of strength of the heat rounds, as we have to kind of watch out for the Primo Victoria over there. Just have to get back in spot. Can we get another shot into the lower plate of that tank? Yes, we can. There we go. Good stuff. Getting shot by the artillery made me expose myself for too long, and actually made it that M3Y get a shot into me, as we don't have enough penetration to go into the side of the Carnarvon AX's turret. Can we go for his cupola at the top? No, we can't. Not accurate enough for that. But we have already done more damage than in the first two games, which is always nice. So let's just go forwards now and hopefully put in, you know, a couple more shots, you know, 2 shots more, and I'll call it a fair game. You know, nothing special. I've done 5,000 this tank before, but if we get up to that 2,000, then I'll call it, you know, an okay game. So let's just push forwards, not out into the open though, so let's kind of push up forwards over here a little bit more to the centre line, the E line over here, as I'm pretty sure I got spotted by that Primo, which might still be over there. So let's just fire blindly over there in hopes that we find him, but it might have actually been the EOC that spotted us, so that heat round might have gone to waste, as another kind of fire over there just kind of hope to hit the EOC, because any damage now would be great. And we are actually in a fairly bad spot over here, as the enemy team's tanks are all in very defensive spots over there, and we don't really have anyone to spot right now. Maybe the Progetto 46, but they are quite low on hit points, so I don't think they kind of want to go out in the open to spot anything. So let's just get myself into this spot, hopefully not get hit by artillery or keep getting spotted by the EOC that might still be over there, or the Premium that might still be in the same spot that he was at before, as the Premium shuts down the Skoda T27 on our team, and it's starting to look quite bad for us over here. I'm just going to go out and see if I get spotted, because if I get spotted from this location, that means it's most likely the Premium spotting me from this spot. So I'm going to see if I get hit, and if I do, I hope to get a spot off on the Primo Victoria over there. But I guess we are going to see how this turns out, but it's definitely not looking good. We went from having a fairly certain win to it's going to be a close battle to the end, as just too slow to get out a shot at the IS. Can we hit the Brask? No, we can't. This isn't looking too good. Maybe I should have healed that stun, but then, you know, again, I might need to use it later on. I actually didn't realise that we had the Brask. I'm not really sure how well I looked that I missed a Brask being on our team. But yes, maybe I think that Prima is there, but I think he's a smart enough player to realise that he just doesn't need to fire and expose himself in that spot right now, and he just can relax and chill over there. Now that ELC destroying that BZ-166 in that spot is very bad for us. That means that we are exposed to that whole flank over there, and if he wants to, they can just go out to and basically shoot us in the side now, which isn't good. We put in one more shot. Oh, that was bad. I have actually didn't realise that the ISU kind of moved up so much forwards over there, and that means that the ELC EVA 90 could take us out with their little gun to the side. As I said, is it going to show us how the shell came in? No, it just kind of shows us the rough kind of hit, which I guess fair enough. It doesn't want to kind of expose where the enemy is directly. So 3 losses, I'm pretty sure, which isn't what normally happens in these games for me. The 112 specifically, I just have so much fun in, do so much damage. We're actually going to check what my damage record is in this tank, and I wouldn't be surprised if it is about 6,000. It's actually 7,000. Okay, what is my most damage done overall? I think it's still 8,200 or so. So yes, very good tanks, especially the 112, one of my favourites. Just got unlucky with the kind of teams at this kind of point of the night, I guess. I guess what we can look at is what we are going to be playing next time around, and I've just realised I only have 2 Japanese tanks, so that is going to make for an interesting video. Maybe I'll play 1 tank twice, just to make up for the 3, or maybe I'll just play the 2 and see how well that works out. I'm actually going to have a quick look. That's going to happen once more after that for the Poles over here. I only have 2 tanks as well, and I have 3 for the Swedes, so that's going to be interesting. But yes, next time around, the Japanese best of series. For now, that is going to be. If you guys enjoyed, like, share, subscribe. See you guys next time. Bye bye.